Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenna Morrow. I'm an interior designer located in Washington, D.C. and on today's video, I want to get into 7 of the most common interior design mistakes that I see homeowners make. But I'm not just going to leave y'all hanging. I will share the mistakes and then I'll also share some ways that you can fix them. Before I get into it though, I have to say if you like interior design, home decor, or entrepreneurship content, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a future video when it goes live. And without further ado, y'all, let's get into these 7 mistakes. Number 1, poor space planning. And what I mean by that is the way the furniture is laid out in the room is not optimal for the traffic flow throughout the room. You're probably wondering, Jenna, what does that even mean? Don't worry, I'll do a future video on this topic later, but for now, I want to give you some questions that you should consider answering before you set up the layout of the room. So you don't want the furniture to be crammed in the middle of the room because then it kind of feels like a maze, but you also don't want it around the perimeter of the room because then it feels like a desert. Let's use the living room where the television is as an example. So there's a TV in the room with a sofa and maybe a console table. You're likely entering the room to watch TV on the sofa. What is the best way to lay out the space so you can easily move from the entrance to the sofa and back again? And also, how can you do this without disrupting others who may be in the room at the same time? Number 2, the area rug is missing or it's just too small. I see this so often, y'all, and I want us to change it. When a room that does not have carpet but has hardwood floors or laminate, when it does not have an area rug, the furniture in that space tends to look like it's floating and just doesn't look like it really belongs together. They're just kind of like, I'm here because my owner put me here. But I want to encourage you to put an area rug in those spaces. The area rug will anchor the room and make the furniture look like it is meant to be together. Sometimes though, I do see area rugs that are simply too small for the space. This actually has a really negative effect on the space and tends to make a room look like it's smaller than it actually is. When it comes to size, choose a rug that's big enough to fit under all of the furniture that's in the seating area of the room. All 4 legs of the furniture should either be on the rug or the 2 front legs should be on the area rug. Number 3, not layering your lighting. Relying on just an overhead light can make a room feel really dark and unwelcoming, and it's home. That's not the effect that you want to have. You want to use a mix of lighting. So let's say you do have your overhead light, maybe consider adding some recessed lighting, but also think about lighting that's more to your level, like a floor lamp or a table lamp. You should try to incorporate all of these lighting styles in a space, which allows you to adjust the mood of the room by the day, by the activity. I'm especially thinking about winter time when it gets really dark really early, not my favorite time of year. Maybe when that sun starts to set at 4 p.m., I want to turn on the recessed lighting because I still want some brightness in my home. But maybe by 6, 7 p.m., once dinner is done, we've all settled down for the evening, maybe that's the time that I turn off the recessed lighting and turn on a table lamp to add that moody lighting to the space. Number 4, omitting texture. Y'all, this can make a room feel so flat, and that is not what you want. I'm going to show you a picture here of a room that is extremely flat. It feels sterile and just doesn't look very interesting or inviting. So now let's look at one that does have some texture. See how the space became more interesting? It's one that you actually want to engage with. You can easily add depth and texture through accent pieces like a throw pillow, area rug, linen curtains. There's lots of options that you can use, and even tabletop decor like a vase. Or if you're renovating a space in your home, you can consider adding texture through more architectural elements like your floors. Try herringbone floors or even incorporating some wallpaper in the space. So this is another one that gets me, and I have to tell y'all, my husband, when he was my boyfriend and we were dating, he was someone who did this next one, which is hanging your artwork way too high, and sometimes people do hang it too low. So let's follow this one rule of thumb, which is to hang the art so that the center of the art piece is between 57 to 60 inches from the floor. Now, there are exceptions to this rule. You have to consider things like the height of the ceiling, the size of the wall art, where it's being hung. Is it hung over furniture like a sofa or a console cabinet? There's lots of variables when it comes to hanging wall art, but when it comes to the standard way of hanging art just simply on a wall without any furniture underneath it, you want to aim to hang the middle of it 57 to 60 inches from the floor. Number 6, all furniture is the same height. This actually can make a room feel really monotonous. You can break that up even with the same design style. So let's say you have a sofa that's mid-century modern style. Break it up by adding a mid-century modern floor lamp that's arched and that comes over the sofa. Or you can play with the accessories in the room, such as the curtains. Hang them as close to the ceiling as they possibly can go. Or consider incorporating an oversized piece of art. Nonetheless, mixing height up in a room gives it some personality, gives it some depth, but also it allows each piece to shine within the room, breaking up the monotony. Number 7, decorating your home instead of curating. And what I mean by that is your home should be filled with items that you love, items that interest you, and I'm not just talking items that are meaningful to you. I'm talking literal furniture and decor that you actually love and didn't just buy because you couldn't find something better. So instead, curate your space. Choose items that you genuinely love, items that mean something to you, whether it's something that you're interested in like a hobby, or something that represents your family or your past, or something that even has a story to it. Alright y'all, that is it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Before I go, one of the things I always say is your home is yours. At the end of the day, you should always do what you like. Regardless of what any designer says, including myself, home should make you happy, so do what makes you happy in the home when you're designing it. If you like interior design, home decor, or entrepreneurship content, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a future video when it goes live. And with that being said, y'all, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.